Hi everyone, this is Anjani. I'm a software engineer, daughter of Venugopal, who is a fire and safety officer. Today I'm here to give you some basic knowledge on what exactly the fire is and what are the fire extinguishing methods and what are the equipments that are used in order to extinguish the fire. So first of all, we will start with the basic question, what is fire? Fire is a chemical reaction which involves the process of oxidation and which produces heat, light and smoke. There are three elements that mainly causes the fire, that are heat, fuel and oxygen. These are considered as a triangle of fire. Without any one of these elements, the fire cannot be started. So if we manage to remove at least one of these elements from the fire, then we will be able to extinguish the fire. So there are three processes that allows us to remove these elements from the fire. That are cooling, smothering and starvation. Cooling is nothing but as the name says, we will spray some water on the fire so that it will remove the heat from the fire. Then coming to the smothering, smothering is nothing but removing the oxygen from the fire. This can be achieved by the use of blankets, DCP, powder, CO2 foam, beater, fire beaters, etc. And coming to the third process, it's starvation. Starvation is the process of removing fuel from the fire. The fuel is nothing but the material that is causing the fire. It can be of liquid or a gases or a solid material, something like that. And so coming to the classification of fire, there are four classes of fire: Class A, Class B, Class C and Class D. Class A fires are nothing but solid fires, solid fires comes under like wood, paper, cloth, plastic. These comes under solid fires. And Class B fires are nothing but liquid fires. All the flammable liquids like petrol, diesel, grease, etc. That causes liquid fires. And Class C fire are nothing but gaseous fire. All the flammable gases, LPG, acetylene, etc. Comes under Class C fires. And Class D fire is nothing but metal fires which are caused by magnesium, aluminium, copper, zinc, etc. We also have electrical fires, but these fires are not considered under any of this class. So in order to extinguish the fire, we use fire extinguishers. There are four types of fire extinguishers that are commonly used, that are water, mechanical foam, CO2 and ABC fire extinguishers. First of all, let us talk about the water fire extinguishers. Water fire extinguishers are nothing but those are the extinguishers which are filled with the water, and these are mainly used on the Class A fires, which are nothing but the solid fires. So in case of small fires, we use water extinguishers, but in case of medium fires, medium Class A fires, we use water hose reels. And in case of larger big Class A fires, we use water hydrants, and this requires at least 3 manpower to operate a water hydrant. We also have the water monitors which can be operated by a single person, but the person who is operating the water monitor should be trained on that. And coming to the mechanical foam extinguishers are the cylinders which are filled with water and the foam. When this extinguisher is used and we spray on the fire, then the foam forms a layer on the fire so that it will stop the oxygen to reach the fire. In this way, the mechanical foam extinguishers are operated. And coming to the carbon dioxide, CO2 fire extinguishers and the ABC multi-purpose fire extinguishers, these both are used on the gases and the liquid electrical fires. CO2 is filled with the carbon dioxide gas, and ABC is an extinguisher that is filled with the chemical powder. So first of all, in order to use an fire extinguishers, we have to make sure that the indicator on the needle on the fire extinguisher should be indicating the green but not the red. If it is in red color, we must not use it, and we have to move to the extinguisher which is good in condition. And this ABC fire extinguishers can also be used for small class A fires and also the liquid fires. So we should not use water or foam fire extinguishers on the electrical fires because it may cause short circuits. And to extinguish metal fires, we use sand or the TUC powder or the graphite powder. These types of fires mainly occurs in the industries. These type of fires cannot be seen in the hospitals. But even if this type of fires occurs in the hospitals, then we use the sand or the dry chemical powder. Let us discuss about how to operate a fire extinguisher. In order to operate a fire extinguisher, we use pass method. Each letter in the pass has its own meaning, and let us see it. P is nothing but pull the pin. As we all know, every fire extinguisher has a safety pin which is used as a lock, and it stops the leakage from before actual use. So the first step is to remove the safety pin. And A means aim at the base of the fire. Base is nothing but from where the fire is started. And then the first S in the pass method represents the squeeze the lever or the twist the handle so that the fire extinguishing agent will be released and the fire can be extinguished. And the second S in the pass means slip the fire extinguisher from side to side at the base of the fire so that the fire can be extinguished. So while operating a fire extinguisher, there are some important points that are to be remembered. While operating a fire extinguisher, we have to stand in the opposite direction of the fire so that the smoke cannot be come onto us, and we have a clear view on from where the fire is started. And if the fire flares up, we have to back away from the fire right away, and if possible call the fire department 101. And if you are unable to handle the situation there, and if the fire extinguisher is empty even before the fire is extinguished, then just evacuate from that accident area immediately. If there are bigger fires, then follow the RACE method. RACE is nothing but R represents rescue the patients who are in the building or the area of the fire occurred, and A is nothing but alarm, alerting everyone in the building so that this can be done by using a manual call point MCPs or by some alarms or by shouting code red. And C is nothing but confining. If before arriving the fire department officers arrive into the accident area, just confine the area, close all the doors and windows so that the fire cannot be moved or the flares up. And then E is nothing but either extinguish or evacuate. First of all, try to extinguish the fire by going to the nearest fire extinguisher and operating it on the fire. If you are unable to control the fire and it flares up, then evacuate the scene. Just move out of the room and close it as it is, and wait until the fire people get there. And everyone should move to the assembly point when in case of fire, and everyone in the building, hospital building, should know where the assembly point is and where are the fire exits are. And remember that in case of there is a fire accident, do not use the lifts or the elevators, because there might be a cut short of electricity due to the accident, and it is better to always use the stairs or the ramp. And in the room, if the room is filled with the smoke and you are unable to move out of the accident area, then just crawl on the floor so that you will be able to move out of the room immediately, because smoke can only be in the air but not on the floor. So it would be easier if we crawl on the floor and move out of the scene. And even if there is a case of emergency, do not jump out of the building or the windows. Just move on to the assembly point and from there to the terrace, so that fire and safety people can get to you, reach out to you immediately, and can move to you in on better place and the safest place by using ladders or a trains or etc. So in hospitals, mainly everyone should be aware of the emergency color codes, because in case of there is emergency or there is any accident, if we shout there is a fire or there is some accident is going on directly, then as we all know, in hospitals we have many types of patients, and they may have heart condition. So if we shout something like something that causes them to panic, then that would cause a great damage, and it may result in the staff might not be able to control the situation there. So it would be better to use the color codes. Some of the main color codes are something like red, which is nothing but the fire, and the pink is nothing but a child missing, and orange is nothing but an external disaster, and the blue is a medical emergency, and violet is nothing but a violent patients acting up, and the black is nothing but a. So this is some basic information of fire and fire extinguishing methods and the equipments and the methods. So all the staff in the hospital should be aware of these things in order to act up in case of any fire accidents or the emergency, and act bravely to save themselves and the people around them. So please kindly do remember it and follow them, and please do remember like which extinguishers are to be used in which classes of fires, and what are the other methods, and what are the equipments, and how other equipments are used other than the fire extinguishers. Get more knowledge on this, and please kindly follow it. And as we all know, safety starts with you itself. So thank you.